Welcome to GameStop Hometown Heroes. I'm your host, Joshua Gray, and we're coming to you live from the ESL studios in Burbank, California. Tonight, we're going to feature the best online Injustice 2 players from the Seattle region. Now, the GameStop Hometown Heroes program is absolutely free. Players can compete online in our cups on Sunday on PlayStation 4, and we feature the best players, the top 8 players in a double elimination bracket on Wednesdays. Tonight, we feature the Seattle region. Next week, we'll feature the Chicago region. For more information and to sign up for free, visit our website, esl.gg/GameStop Hometown Heroes. Now, let's take a look at the points and see what's at stake for our players tonight. First place could be taking home 100 points, second place 75, third 50, fourth place 35 points, and fifth through eighth will be taking home 25 points. Now these points are crucial because the top 4 performers at the end of the season based on points will be going to the regional finals. Let's take a look at some of the big news happening in the world of Injustice 2. First of all, EVO is this weekend, just around the corner. The pools start on Friday and the finals will be happening on Saturday. Best of luck to all the competitors. Myself and a lot of the crew are going to be there. Also, big event, big news. Sub-Zero's out. He's released. He's available to play online. Make sure to download Sub-Zero today. Now, he's not playable in any of the official competitions until 30 days after his release. So we look forward to seeing some Sub-Zero play, some Sub-Zero play in August, maybe help cool down this crazy hot summer. All right, also next up, Body Count Fighting has announced they're coming back July 27th, taking place just across the street at the Machinima Studios. Now, the undercard fight is going to be Osmo versus Crazy. The title card fight for Injustice 2, Slayer versus Han Rashid. You don't want to miss it. And finally, last night in War of the Gods, Semij won again. That's 3 weeks in a row. And also Noble had 5 players in the top 8. Congratulations to Noble, doing very well as an organization. But Semij is cleaning house, winning 3 weeks in a row. You can guys get more information about War of the Gods. Stream.me/war. Tuesdays is the broadcast. Saturdays are the pools. Big shout out to those guys over at Stream.me. Let's take a look at some of the big events happening this summer. EVO this weekend, July 14th through the 16th. V-Anality, August 5th through the 6th. GameStop Hometown Heroes Regional Finals, August 12th. That's taking place at 8 different GameStop stores around the nation. You can find those store locations on our website. Summer Jam, August 19th through the 21st. GameStop Hometown Heroes Top 8 Grand Finals in Vegas on August 27th. And then E-League starts October 27th and a couple broadcasts after that on Friday nights. Plenty of great Injustice 2 events, programs, tournaments happening this summer. Let's take a look at the regional standings so far. First, Seattle. Tiger leading the charge, 325 points, followed by Red King 5000 at 250. Then Sounds Like Pause and I Am the Batman round out the top 4. Now, the top 4 players are the ones going to the regional finals once the season is over with, and those points matter. So best of luck to the players tonight. Let's see who made it into the bracket for tonight in our top 8 double elimination. First of all, from the winners bracket, we got Mista Snacks and Stocks Too Easy, followed by Shijinky Dink and Fright Night TV. Shijinky Dink is a name that is synonymous with Canada and doing well in Mortal Kombat. Also does some great videos online teaching you how to maximize combos with different characters in Injustice 2. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel. In the loser bracket, we have Sounds Like Pause and Anbu Tiger, followed by Timmy and M2S Blackout. Our commentators will give you guys a bit more background information about these players for tonight. Make sure to follow us on social media, ESL Injustice on Twitter and Facebook, and make sure to use that hashtag Hometown Heroes. We want to hear from you because we want to put your tweets on the broadcast. So let us know who's your favorite player tonight. Who do you want to win the entire tournament? Why is Black Adam so good? Let us know on Twitter and Facebook. Also, our VODs are going to be up on YouTube, youtube.com/ESLTV for all the action and also our top 5 plays. And we're still giving away our Project Triforce Injustice Collection versus, and all you have to do is send in your best low-cost cosplay picture. We're going to take some of the finalists and we're going to send them a very beautiful gift, the Injustice 2 The Versus Collection for our friends at Project Triforce. More information about the product, projecttriforce.com. And finally for me, GameStop is hosting the Game Days sale, up to 50% off the biggest games. Now, this sale is only for this week. It ends this Sunday. You can get more information by visiting GameStop.com for more details. All right, folks, that does it for me for the pregame show. Let's kick it over to Dustin Kane and Evan Hashimoto to give us a breakdown of 2 of the other regions and to kick off these Seattle matches. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Josh. We are past the halfway mark in the season now. Whoa, you okay, buddy? You're a little intense there. You're just excited to see these matches.
I am. Seeing Shujinki in the bracket brings excitement to my heart.
Yeah, a lot of old names that we've seen, and a lot of these players have started to really solidify their place in those top 4 spots for their regions. So let's talk about a few of those regions right now. So let's start off with Los Angeles, where Nubcakes and Crazy, 2 players that we saw. Actually, I think just Crazy that we saw at the body count is going to be at the second body count, but they're actually tied for first place here. Now, the top 4 is very, very close, but DJT, he's the one to talk about. He did win Los Angeles this week. He's making his way up, building up those points, seeing if he can make it into that top 4 spot by the end of the season.
Yeah, making his way uptown, you know, walking fast. And DJT is one of those players that you want to stop from walking fast because he will snowball on top of the competition. Now, moving to San Francisco, just up north, it's going to be Kinetic Sicario still in first place, but it was Blind Ducky actually winning this week with Cowboy in second, and it is Dab still very comfortable in second place, just 10 points under Sicarios.
Yeah, so we did see this. We saw San Francisco a few weeks ago, and it seems like it's going pretty similar there. Now,
some pretty stiff competition up there, honestly. It's pretty damn close.
There is, and that brings us to the bracket for today. Now, the big story about today is there are 4 regions really represented. Now, I know one of them is really big, but that is Canada. Now, there are 2 players from Canada, 2 players from the Washington area,
correct,
2 players from the Oregon area, and the real big surprise here, 2 players from Chicago.
Chicagans,
yeah,
I think is what.
I don't think that's correct, but we can roll with that. The Chicags.
That's even worse. Anyways, continue.
I had to one-up you on the badness there, but 2 players from Chicago, including the one that we have in our first match, which is STDX OD Too Easy. Now, Too Easy, he actually put his main as Dexstar.
Yes.
Yeah, that was his written down main. So he doesn't actually main Atrocitus. He mains Dexstar, and then he just uses Atrocitus as a workaround to actually.
Yeah, it's like Atrocitus is his trait, right?
Right. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Too Easy. Now, he, like I said, is one of the players who is from Chicago. Now, he's actually from Florida, but he lives in Chicago right now. Regardless, the point is he's from out of the region. And I got a chance to talk to him, and he said that the whole reason why he is here is because of his team, OD. Right now, he's currently sponsored by STDX, Set to Destroy X, but OD is really his crew, it's his team, it's his friends, and they are all from Florida.
It's his squad.
Yeah, his squad, absolutely. That is actually almost the exactly best way to put it.
Yeah.
But it all goes back to, in Florida, in Mortal Kombat X, him and his brother Alcatraz met with full auto and a tie. And they were at a tournament with a few $100 pot bonus, and they really hit it off just based on how competitive they wanted to get in Mortal Kombat X. So they really became these hardcore training partners, these intensely good friends and rivals. And now, here we see them in Injustice 2, where each one of them has entered a different region to try to take that region. So we have, who was it? A full auto was in Florida. We have Alcatraz in Chicago, and now we see right here Too Easy, who is currently ranked 4th in the Seattle.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. That's a lot of confidence, though. I mean, because you're essentially calling another region free, if you will, in a sense.
It is in a sense, but also they did split up so far that it might just be that's the next closest after Chicago, which somewhat makes sense. But it looks like he's doing pretty well right here. Now, this is a matchup that we've seen a lot within the past week, or even 2 weeks.
Even in the, I think in the life of this game, this seems to be a pick that's very popular against Dexstar and his cohort.
Yeah, Dexstar and his pet Atrocitus.
Yeah.
Now, this is a relatively common counter pick, but also just happens to be the mains of the players that we tend to see.
Yeah,
Last week we saw Pig of the Hut against Trey Pound, and yeah, although this is a relatively common counter pick, we do see it go really back and forth like we're seeing right now.
Just like that. I mean, Too Easy has already taken the first game. He had an entire second life bar left over with a comfortable lead. So, like you said, we've also seen it go the other way, where Harley actually kind of gets her zoning going, and then, you know, she just dominates from there, and it's really hard for the Atrocitus player to kind of get anything going as well. So it's a back and forth matchup. A lot of people think it's in Harley's favor, then other people think that Atrocitus kind of just 4-2-2s his way into the matchup anyways. So it's, you know, it's a flip of a coin, really.
Yes.
But I do agree that I believe that she could fight him well.
Definitely, definitely. It's hard for him to find a good time to really summon Dexstar, and then, of course, if he does manage to summon Dexstar, he's then going to have to get in. Even with the shield that Dexstar gives, the fact that she can meter burn so many of her shots, or use, you know, the hyenas to cancel it out, there's a lot of stuff that she can do. There's
a lot of shenanigans, if you will. Speaking of which, already stuck in the corner. Here we go, Too Easy with the grab.
Now, Mista Snacks, he is one of the players who is actually from Washington, and he is a Harley Quinn player. I don't actually know if Mista Snacks plays anybody else.
And he's currently ranked 8th, so he's not doing too bad.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. Definitely needs a few more points to make it up into that top 4 spot. Representing FA, which I believe is Fashion Arcade. Not sure what that is.
Fashion?
But get some more information from them.
They must look great when they play.
Oh, amazing. I mean, if you are Fashion Arcade Mista Snacks, and you do not have the best Harley Quinn costume I've ever seen, you're doing something wrong. And I don't know if it's the best. It's definitely a style. It really,
a style.
It's a style.
Obviously, it's a style. Man, Too Easy. Looking really comfortable, though. Mista Snacks was able to get a lot of gunshots in the air, and it seems like Too Easy hasn't been able to really deal with it yet.
Yeah, and that life bar is going to be really nice because that will knock full screen, and ooh!
And this is obviously much more even than the first match, but that's like the 3rd time, by the way, when you were giving the very good backstory, by the way, on these players. That's the 3rd time that just 4-2 into Raw Puddle has hit.
Yeah, it is true. 4-2 into Raw Puddle. You know what we call that?
It's the unblockable.
It's the unblockable. Yeah. That is what we called it. We called it multiple times before, and it's because for some reason nobody blocks 4-2 into low puddle, even though there's no mix-up. All right, there we go. Good usage of cupcakes. I love the cupcakes. I still think that it's one of the strongest zoning tools. Ooh, mean.
I'm not one to talk, Evan. It's okay.
What is a plushie? I love that class question. But yeah, it's one of her best zoning tools, definitely in her entire kit, just because it allows her to set up other zoning tools, which then in turn set up more zoning tools. Oh, but this is going to be a tough situation.
Conversion.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest things about Atrocitus is making beautiful conversions just like that. Every single opportunity that you don't want to make one of those conversions loses you screen carry, damage, and just more pressure.
Yeah, and he lets it rock now in the corner. Whoa! I don't really know if that was a read or if he just kind of threw it out there, but it worked.
I think that would have been the best read possible. Now, both people could make it, but Blood Puddle is going to hit before the hyena, and so that means it's going to be 2-0 for Too Easy.
It's almost too easy for him.
Whoa.
Actually, not really. That last set was very close. Or that last match, rather.
It was definitely a lot closer than the first game, so if we just get that same line of adaptation, Mista Snacks could make that.
We should technically see him win. I mean, if we're following that path, right? Because he lost by an entire life bar in the first game. The second game, he made many adaptations, and he made sure that he was able to melt more of the life bar from Dexstar. And then once he got him there, he was just so close to finishing him out. But good read coming out of Dexstar from Too Easy, and this should be the game he wins.
Ideally, but...
Ideally, right? Like, it should be the game that he's able to take, but you never know.
And you know what the biggest thing is right here? He changed costumes. He changed costumes to a different Harley Quinn, which does go with the Fashion Arcade idea. Begin. I like this one. I actually like this one a lot more than the God one. This is a very cool outfit.
This is a really neat outfit, yeah, absolutely. And again, the unblockable.
Oh, the absolute unblockable. Now, this actually could be a lot worse. Yeah, the unblockable and the unbreakable, even though, of course, there was no chance for a clash. But the biggest thing right there is that got rid of Dexstar. Now, it was still a solid amount of damage, but there's not going to be another opportunity.
But he did that to himself, right? Which is something that you generally don't want to do. A lot of players tend to forget, myself included, that some sides have stage transitions.
Yeah, and they are pretty far. There are a lot of situations where you feel like you're not in the corner,
yeah, but you actually do hit a transition, absolutely.
Ooh, 4-2-2-3 into the aura.
Oh, he has the aura now. He can't use it.
Now, interesting. It didn't actually give him any health back, it didn't look like, because it ended while the round was in like transition animation. That's interesting. If you do manage to absorb life the entire time, it does
Every
kill you.
single time! Forward 2 in a blood puddle has not been blocked once. It truly is unblockable.
It is. We need to call him forward 2 easy. No? Okay. I liked it. Wow, forward 2 into the... That one wasn't even the puddle. That was just raw forward 2
it was just raw
into
forward
the
2.
aura.
And he has aura now. Is he going to activate it? Backdashes.
Oh, and look at that. That one did give him life back. So we were saying this is a huge adaptation, but right now, look at this. So much damage just from draining.
Is he trying to kill through drain? Because it actually might work.
It's like a pseudo Black Adam idea here.
Kind of armor back 3 and... Oh my goodness, what a troll!
What? Didn't even finish the combo, just walked all the way up and just fully charged the forward 3. Oh man, and fully charging the forward 3 literally doesn't give it any other properties except for just makes it slower.
And ruder.
Oh, so much ruder. That was a very rude way to finish that round, but too easy, like you said, definitely making it look too easy. He's gonna move on to winners finals and continue to rep OD. And of course, set to destroy X.
Of course. Well, that was not what we predicted. First game, you know, we saw what we saw. And then the second game, we saw a lot of adaptations coming out of Mista Snacks. But then the third game, we thought he might even get closer or even take the game. Complete opposite.